he came to one of our pastors to get counseling about marriage problems, and he began talking to them, and it was clear they should never have gotten married. And this was not a match made in heaven. So why did you get married? Oh, said the husband, it was the sermon our pastor preached in our church. Really, what sermon was it? Well, he preached on the walls of Jericho. Walls of Jericho? What does that have to do with marriage? Well, he said that he said if a young man believed God had given him a certain young girl, he could claim her, march around her 7 times, the walls of her heart would fall down. So that's what I did, and we got married. To which our pastor said, that can't be true. You're kidding me, right? No, that's true. And there were many other couples who got married because of the same sermon. Can you imagine people circling girls? I mean, that's enough to scare you, ladies. And talk about stalking. About the 3rd time around, you got to get out of there. Some people think marriages are made in heaven, and some are. But that's a marriage made in an allegory. A well-known to give you some of the crazy illustrations of this. A few of them might give you some insight. Watching a typical television program, I saw this. This is very, very, very old, ancient way of handling the scriptures. It goes back to the rabbis who did this all the time, the ancient Jewish rabbis. A rabbi was trying to convince his people that the primary issue in life was concern for human beings. And that's a good thing. Our primary concern in life, how did he do that? Well, he used the stones of the Tower of Babel to support his contention in this way. He said that the builders of the tower has nothing to do with the Tower of Babel. Nothing whatsoever. In fact, it skews the whole point of Genesis 11. It is true. People are more. The point is, God is more important than idols. And God will judge those who make an idol. So you don't do those things. Okay, are we clear on that? Okay, you don't make a point at the price of a proper interpretation. You don't do something superficial. And you don't use the Bible for spiritualizing, allegorizing, and devotionalizing. You use faithful hermeneutics. Misinterpreting the Bible, listen, is essentially no better than not believing it. Work is to illumine the scripture and make it clear, and do by the clarity of that scripture a mighty work in the salvation and sanctification of souls. It's not about craziness and ecstasies. It's about understanding scripture.